it's Jean from Jean's Vegan Health and Fitness. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my kitchen. And if you're new, welcome to how I do a plant-based life. And if you want to know more about a plant-based life, if you want to know more about a vegan lifestyle, please contact me. I do private consultations and I help people to transition to a plant-based lifestyle. If you just want to have more information on how to make a more plant-based life decision and incorporate things into your lifestyle, I have things to share with you. And today I'm going to show how to meal prep breakfast and snacks. So I'm going to do a chocolate oatmeal quinoa cereal. I'm also making banana slices with an almond middle, and they're sandwiched together with a chocolate coating on top. I am going to make a frozen treat that is with fresh fruits so that it's easy to grab something that is healthy, nutritious, tastes really good, and is very enjoyable. I also want to share with you that taking nuts and dried fruits and putting them together and putting them in like a Ziploc bag to take with you out and about, just slip them in your pocket and have them at all times. It's a great pick-me-up during the middle of the day. And when you incorporate these things, you're adding some nutrients, some proteins, iron, calcium, different things that help with maintaining our healthy skin, a healthy heart, and just give us more energy. So join me, will you? Since we're using sliced bananas, I'm going to show you a tip of mine to easily slice a banana without it getting all over the place. And when you're done, you can either just put it in a Ziploc bag, or you can use it for whatever it is that you're creating that day. So you take the banana and you slice off with the knife the top part of it. And then when you start to peel, when you start to slice, it's much easier to keep them in place. There you go. Now we're going to use it for our next creation. We're going to meal prep breakfast, and this is one of my favorites. It's chocolate oatmeal with quinoa, and it has walnuts, bananas, and some coconut, which makes it really healthy but super sweet and tastes really great. You can also add organic maple syrup to sweeten it if you'd like. I don't normally, but you can. Some people don't like the taste of the cocoa powder. I happen to like the dark chocolate, so you can use it if you'd like. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So we're going to start with 1.5 cups of water. We're going to bring it to a boil. Okay, now that it's boiling, we're going to add oatmeal. That's a half a cup of oatmeal, 1/4 cup quinoa, and we're going to add a tablespoon of the dark chocolate. This is organic cocoa powder. And then we're going to let that cook. And depending on what type of oatmeal you use, some takes longer than others. This is Bob's Red Mill, gluten-free. We're going to turn it down to low and let it simmer. Okay, now that most of the water has been absorbed, there's still a little bit left, which is fine because it's going to continue to cook even after you take it off the stove. What we're going to do is we're going to use these small mason jars. Again, I use these for so many things. These are great because what we're going to do is we're going to store these until you want to eat them. Like I said before, you can take it out. If you're going to work, you want something to grab to take with you, something healthy. great way to go. This makes 2 small servings or 1 large. You'd have to use probably a little bit larger of a container. Okay, so we would put it in there. Then we would top it with some bananas. I would probably let the oatmeal cool a little bit before doing this. Some walnuts. Some coconut. Seal it and put it in the refrigerator so that you can take it with you when you're ready to go out. Or if you just want something quick, it's already made. Good to go. Okay, so now you have your prepped breakfast treat or snack even. Chocolate oatmeal with quinoa, bananas, walnuts, and coconut. You could either eat this hot or you could just eat it room temperature. You could eat it cold. It doesn't matter. You would take a 1/2 cup of almond milk. Stir it up real good. Combining the milk with the oatmeal. And you're good to go. It's delicious, it's nutritious, it has lots of vitamins, and it's very satiating, so you'll enjoy it and it'll make you feel full and full of energy for the rest of the day. One of my favorite treats is frozen fruit with lime and coconut. And I found that if I use the fruits that were starting to get a little bit soft and look like they were on the way out, I could put them in the freezer and add the lime juice and coconut to them, and they would actually be fine when I ate them, because you eat them when they're more frozen than not. And so there's no waste and it tastes great. And so I'm going to show you what I do and how I put it together. Okay, so this is a favorite snack of mine. I like to have it for breakfast sometimes, or just in the late afternoon to give me a great pick-me-up. All the fruits are fresh. I prefer fresh over frozen, basically because they add sugar sometimes to the frozen fruits. So if you prefer to do it that way, just read the packaging. I have pineapple, blueberry, strawberries, peaches, raspberries, and I'm going to add lime juice and coconut flakes, unsugared coconut flakes. So let's get started. We'll do pineapple. I'm going to do some strawberries. Some blueberries. Raspberries. And some peaches. Next, I'm going to squeeze lime juice. Again, fresh lime juice is always the best, but if you only have like a concentrated lime juice, that will work too. And then sprinkle it with some coconut. Stir it up. Try to get the lime juice coating all the fruit. And then we'll just put a top on it and stick it in the freezer. Now you have a delicious treat, and it is going to be refreshing, and it has nutrients in it because it's fresh fruits. It also has the coconut, which is good for you. If you don't like coconut, you can also do a finely chopped almond or walnuts if you'd like. So now we're going to create one of my favorite treats that are low in calories, they're a little bit healthier because you have bananas and almond butter, and then we're gonna dip them or drizzle them with chocolate, dark chocolate, and then they'll be a nice frozen treat. They're small, so you take a couple of them and you're satisfied, and you're reaching for something a little bit healthier. So what we do is we cut the banana slices so that there's little sets of 2, and you put them on parchment paper, and then we're going to just give them a little bit of almond butter and make little sandwiches out of them. Okay, so we're going to do all these, and then we'll put them in the freezer until they're frozen solid. It depends on the size that you cut them in as far as how long it takes to freeze. Probably an hour or so. And then we'll do the chocolate portion of this. So we'll come back to this. Next step to our chocolate covered bananas is to melt chocolate. In this case, I'm using vegan chocolate chips, dark chocolate chips, and use a double boiler method where there's water underneath in a pot, and in the bowl is the chips, and you stir them until they melt. Now be careful not to cook them. So don't make the heat so high that it cooks the chocolate and makes it so that it gets more like a powder after a while. This looks really good, and so now we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so the banana sandwiches with the almond butter inside the middle, they came out of the freezer, and now I'm going to spoon the chocolate on top of them. You can dip it. I just don't find that it's easy to do, so I just go ahead and pour the chocolate on top of them. It's going to harden pretty quickly. You'll be able to flip them over and do the other side. So if you put enough of it on top of it, it's going to fall down the sides of the little sandwiches. If you don't like almond butter, you could use peanut butter. Actually, you could add the peanut butter or almond butter with a little applesauce to make it even more sweet, and also give it a little bit of fiber. So I'm going to do the rest of these, and then I'm going to flip them over. So while you're doing your chocolate covering, make sure to keep the temperature between low and medium, and continuously stir the chocolate to make sure it stays nice and liquidy. Okay, so I put these in the freezer for a couple minutes to make sure to solidify the chocolate. When you flip them over, be careful not to let the banana slip away from the chocolate on the top. So now that they're flipped over, we're going to proceed to do the bottoms of them. And at this point in time, I'm going to try to get it really to encompass the whole little sandwich so that it sticks to the other chocolate that's on the bottom. This takes a little bit of time to do, but these are really great. Kids like them. I love them. It's just enough of a little bit of a sweet in the middle of the day when I have a craving. And it's dark chocolate, like I said, no sugar added. The sweetness comes from the bananas. And then when you're done covering all of them, you can stick them right back in the freezer until you're ready to eat them. So this is the end result of my little chocolate covered banana and almond sandwiches, and it's a great treat. They're nice and cold. All we do is usually pick them up out of the freezer and eat them, but I put them on a plate to make them look fancy for you. I hope you like them. Next, I'll show you how to pack some protein punch to take along with you during the day. Stay tuned. Okay, so the last tip I have for snacking healthy is nuts and dried fruits that I take with me, and I have during the day when I want to pick me up. I want something healthy, I want something nutritious, and I want something that tastes really good. So what I have here: pumpkin seeds, almonds, sunflower seeds, pecans, walnuts, and a mixture of some dried fruits. Now all these have protein in them. The dried fruits have vitamin C, iron, and they all taste great together. So all I do is take a Ziploc bag and I put about a handful or so of each of these nuts, and then the dried fruit. Now dried fruit, again, is something you have to really look into getting without the sugar added, because sugar causes inflammation just like sodium does. And then I just seal it, shake that really good, and then I can toss this into my bag and take it with me when I go out for the day, or if I'm at the park after my workout. It's a great way to give me a little bit of boost of energy. And again, I'm always trying to get enough protein in my diet so that I have at least 40 grams per day. So this is a great way to get that protein in there. And of course, we don't eat enough fruits, so any kind of fruits I can get every day. Dried fruits, fresh fruits, that's what I'm going for. So if you like this video, if you find it to be informative, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be sending you more information on how to live a plant-based lifestyle. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. All of my recipes today will be down below in the description box, and it's so appreciative of all of you for following me on this channel, and I look forward to bringing more and more of my knowledge and my background in a plant-based diet to all of you. Thanks so much.